What's up, everybody? We are live. Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. Shout out to everybody tuning in live on the radio, as well as live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. I see we have Mr. 3984. Shout out to you, friend. They say, seriously, though, where the heck is the donation button? Hey, I love to hear it. Like I said, this past week, I would love if you guys could, donate to the kid. Promote with the radio show. Help me live my dreams so I can help you live your dreams. Welcome in, everybody. It's Monday. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty cruddy outside. I already know that we hate Mondays. And usually I'm like, oh, it's Monday. I feel great. It's a great start to the weekend. It's sunny. No, it's pretty gross outside. Welcome in. For my new friends, followers, and family, welcome in. If you want to ever call in and interact with me live on the radio, the number to call in is 702-221-7283. Again, the number to call in live on air is 702-221-7283. And if you can't, because a lot of you guys are in the office, go ahead and be like Mr. 3984 and comment on YouTube. They said, dude, it's Monday AF. I know, seriously, it really is Monday AF today. So let's get into the show. I'm going to go over my weekend because you guys love to hear about what I did over the weekend. I listened to what you guys have to say via the comments and via the emails, and you want to hear more about me, Jaime Dee, so I got it. So we're going to go over my weekend. Then I'm going to go over the daily news. We cannot do a show without daily news. And then my social topic of the day is the pros and cons of dating apps. I don't know if y'all have been using Tinder, Black, whatever y'all use, Bumble, but I have. And I got some stories. So we going to get into it. We're going to get into it. All right, so how was my weekend? My weekend was actually pretty cool. Friday, I went out to a local bar with my PR friends. That was fun. Shout out to everybody who made sure that I felt like I was welcome and a star, because they walked me in and they just wanted me to have a really, really good time and just enjoy myself. And I was like, really cool. It's fun actually being a public figure. I know I'll be saying I'm a celebrity because I am, but the key word for Vegas is public figure. And it's really fun being a public figure and having people take care of you and having people reach out to you and really want to show you what they have to offer. So shout out to all my PR friends for sure, especially those at the Vox agency. Javon, you are that dude. Saturday, I was invited out to the Spence versus Crawford game by David Bogard, who is the owner of Me, which is an organization here to help local communities prosper by making them smarter, safer, and more engaged through social connections like food delivery and orders, events, and more. So shout out to David. That really is my guy. If you guys don't know who David is, make sure you pay attention to him because he is definitely that dude who's not up and coming. He's already coming. He's already up. He's already doing all that amazing thing, those amazing things. So make sure to check him out at ubme.com. His platform has a lot to offer, and that man could definitely plug you in. If you want to be plugged in with anybody, it's definitely David. But you can't take him from me, though, because that's my friend. That's my friend, okay? I'm just saying, if he has free time when he's not hanging out with me, then you can reach out to David. But yeah, shout out to him because I met so many amazing people who work for AEG, which is an American global sporting and music entertainment presenter and subsidiary of the Enschutz Corporation. It is the world's largest owner of sports teams and sports events. And I'm hoping to have them on the show sometime. We have a lot of great connections that we spoke about, and I'm super excited to be able to show you all who they are and what they have to offer. So make sure to stick around for that because I'm telling you, there will be on the Jaime Dee Show very, very soon. And they are also the plug. But yeah, I had an absolute amazing time this past Saturday at the Spence versus Crawford fight. I was able to walk the red carpet with the likes of Stephen A. Smith as talent, and that was awesome. Shout out to my friend Samantha at Showtime. She really made sure she took care of me and my friends who I was with and gave me that experience. So shout out to those amazing people at Showtime. Actually, I want to take a quick break and say this. A lot of times people don't realize it is those behind the scenes and people who look like you and I who are quote unquote regular before you actually make, that celebrity status and that public figure status, who are really the key holders and the gatekeepers to your success, to your exposure, and to your enjoyment of events. And if it wasn't for people like Samantha, I wouldn't have been able to walk the red carpet and get my content that's been going viral on social media. So shout out to her, because one thing I have definitely realized is that there are some really rude and nasty people in the entertainment industry who will make you fight tooth and nail to prove yourself, even if you have the credentials, even if you have the email. If they don't like you, they don't like what they see, or they heard something, or they're having a bad day. Oh my gosh. There's some people who really just don't need to be in places of power. I've said this so many times on my radio show, like security, police officers, firefighters, but also in places of customer service, in places of people engagement, management, and more. There are people out there who are just rude people. You go up to to an event desk, you're checking in at the PR marketing desk for your credentials, and you're like, "Hey, how are you? My name is Jaime Dee. I was booked by my general station manager, or I was booked by this person, or I sent an email and I got approved." And they'll be like, "Oh, wait, your name's on the list." And it's like, "Okay, calm down. Like, here's my proof. Oh, you're not on the list." And it's like, I've worked behind the scenes for many of years for huge networks, doing behind the scenes, doing red carpets, doing pilots for TV shows. And as a people person, I'm like, okay, cool. I can tell the difference between somebody who's just trying to make it and somebody who actually has the proof, and somebody who's just trying to sneak into something. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, a lot of times I give grace to all those people, because you never know who you can help out. You know what I'm saying? There are some people that you're gonna be like, you're doing too much. You don't really deserve to be in here. But there are other people like me, Jaime Dee, who is such a kind-spirited person who just be wanting to live his dream, whether I'm trying to finesse my way in or whether I actually have credentials. And I've been around people who are just total a-holes. And I just want to say shout out to Samantha at Showtime, because when I was checking in to the front desk, she was like, "Wait, what's your name? Who are you with?" I was like, "Oh, my name is Jaime Dee with the Jaime Dee Show at KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM." And she was like, "Oh, it's Jaime Dee with the smile." Oh, she was like, "Your energy is so sweet." And she's like, "I love your smile. Go get your wristband, friend." I was like, "Oh, thank you." So shout out to Samantha, because she definitely held it down. Love you, friend. Love you. All right. Also got to enjoy the show. Well, I said show, the fight. I got to enjoy the fight from the floor and be amongst huge celebrities like Marlon Wayans, DC Young Fly, Chance the Rapper, OT Genesis. It was lit. Jacob Lattimore, shout out to my friend. I actually interviewed him at Essence Fest in 2022 and more. So that was definitely super fun. So I was trying to find Cardi B, couldn't find her. Because y'all know I went to her birthday party last year. That was fun. That was actually my most viral video I've ever put out, with over 4 million views. So shout out to my friend Cardi B. I couldn't find her. And then come to find out, she was like a few rows ahead of me. And I'm sitting there like, she was wearing red. How did I not see her? It's Cardi B. I know her. She knows me. Where was she? I could have sworn she was going to be in a box somewhere, because y'all know that she is unfortunately in the news for throwing a microphone at somebody who threw water at her. And now she's a suspect in a police report. And there's a bunch of stuff going on with that whole situation. And people are trying to drag her for doing what she did. I didn't care about none of that. But I thought, okay, maybe because of that happened, she would be in a box somewhere and away from the crowd. But no, she was amongst the people. And I missed her. I missed her. Oh, I'm so mad I missed her. Hey, real quick, shout out to everybody on YouTube. LaMarcus, Miss Dupar, Mr. 3984, Alicia. Yes. What's up? Look at y'all supporting the kid. But yeah, Cardi B, unfortunately, is a suspect in a battery case. So I thought she wouldn't be on the floor, but she was, and I missed her. Sad. It's okay, Cardi B. We're going to catch up again soon. All right. Then after that, I went to the Nomad Bar to celebrate with the AG crew before heading out to the official after party at Top Golf, hosted by Let's Win Promotions and Ashton. Real quick, I love me a good company card. If y'all have never been at an event where everything's on the company card, you're missing out. Love me a good company card. Nobody's checking what you're ordering. I'm not saying that I go above and beyond, because I really don't. Because I really do feel bad taking from others. But if I get a little tricky drink for the free, I support it. So shout out to AG. Also, shout out to Ashton and Let's Win Promotions, because they made sure that I came out with my friends as VIP to their amazing event, who actually surprised me because Crawford was there. That was lit. He was out there taking pictures and amongst the crowd and just being a joy, especially after being in this fight. I mean, Terrence Crawford was just in a fight less than like an hour and a half ago. He was at Top Golf. Like that was lit. Unfortunately, Earl Spence didn't get to show up. Earl Spence Jr. I was told he was in the hospital. I don't have the tea on that, but we didn't get to see him. But I mean, I personally, if I got my face beat in like that, I wouldn't be out in the public taking pictures. Y'all can miss me with that. So I don't judge him for not being out in the scenes. Y'all have to catch me with my face heels. On Sunday, me and David again, shout out to the friend David. We went to the Aces game, which was absolutely amazing. It was my first ever Aces game, and I was so surprised to see how packed the stadium was. So if you guys don't remember, I worked for NBC Sports Washington, and I actually covered the Mystics WNBA in DC. And I love the WNBA. I love the NBA. I love all sports, whether it's men's sports, women's sports, or the like. And I had a great time, but I've seen in my years of working in the industry that a lot of people don't go to the WNBA games. But the Aces game, oh, that was packed. It was packed. They do not play about the Aces. Of course, I know that they're world champions. I know they have their title. I know they deserve it. But I know some other WNBA teams that were world champions, and they still weren't packed. So that was lit. Listen, their fans are going crazy. Okay, let me talk to you about this. I definitely get really, really irritated when I go out with people who catch an attitude when like they're in crowded events or they're at a party or somebody bumps into them. Like, you know where you're going. If you know you're that type of person who can't handle being around people, can't handle being bumped, can't handle an innocent, like, excuse me, watch out real quick, or somebody yelling, then don't go out to public events. But I'm about to contradict myself. So when I went to the Aces game, I ain't gonna lie, I had a little bit to drink the night before. And I hadn't eaten in 24 hours before going to the Aces game. When I woke up, I do social media to promote everything I did the night before and do some work for today. And I didn't have any time to like eat. So I'm like, okay, cool. There's gonna be food at the Aces game. I think we're gonna get like wristbands and stuff. I'm super excited. While we get to the game, we have to immediately go to our seats. And the people behind us were going so freaking ham. They were there for the Dallas Wings, and shout out to Dallas. I love me some Dallas. But the people behind me were pissing me off. Like, yeah, no, F you, coach. You suck, coach. Get a new job, coach. You suck. Oh, y'all have the best team, but y'all suck. Y'all need all this help from the refs. I'm like, she would not shut the heck up. She was yelling at the top of her lungs. It was so bad that people literally kept turning around. And it was obvious that everybody wanted to say something to that crew. It was the main girl who was doing the most, but the crew was still doing the most. It was one girl screaming at the top of her lungs. Obviously, I'm guessing she was from Dallas. It was one Hispanic dude cursing everybody out in Spanish. It was just way too much. And I get it. That's like the space. So I didn't say nothing. I held my emotions. And because y'all know me, I will curse somebody out in a heartbeat and tell somebody to shut up. But I was like, no, I can't be the person that I definitely was just talking about. But it was so irritating. And it was at one point I looked back at them, because I'm telling you, everybody was looking back at them. And they were like, I'm so sorry. Because my thing is, like, you're screaming. You're like literally spitting on me. The girl was banging on the back of me and David's chair. When y'all. Oh, I gotta be open and honest with y'all. It don't make it any better that she was a stud. And studs, we wanted to go head to head. We could box if you want to. So she looked at me after her like, what's up? Of course, I would never put my hands on anybody or a woman unless I have to defend myself. But she could have caught this two-piece. I was so irritated. And Miss Dupar said I should have slapped the sandwich together when I was on the go. I should have. And I will say this, I'm going grocery shopping today. I did not go grocery shopping this past weekend. So I was on the go. And I don't know. Okay, so my thing is this. I don't know how many of y'all have been to Vegas recently, but it is hot. And it is hotter than the devil's butt crack. And I don't know if it's because I sweat a lot. And my friends know I sweat. I really wasn't drunk, but I was drinking a lot at the same time. And so my thing is like, you can't really tell if you're drunk or not, because it's hot, you're walking around, you're doing a lot, and to the next day when that hangover hits you, like, surprise, mother beep. Oh, yes, and shout out to my friend Ambitious. I love his name. Shout out to my friend Ambitious. I met him this past weekend. He was a part of the crew, And I can't tell y'all who was doing the most while we were driving. I wasn't driving. I was a passenger prince for once. I love that. But we almost got into a car crash because one of our friends was doing the absolute most. Thank God I'm still here. God knew what he was doing. Alicia Star says, I done beat up a couple of studs. Alicia, you done beat up everybody. So surprised you haven't beat up Trump. Yes, Mr. Parr, the heat definitely makes you mad. Because I was sitting here just like, girl, it's hot outside. Oh, fun fact. So y'all know how I told you about how I choked Floyd Mayweather at the Usher skate party during Grammy weekend. Well, I got lost trying to get to the Aces game. I am still super new here in Vegas. And I parked in this parking garage. It was overly packed. And I'm like, I don't know how to get into the Aces game. I saw the big sign. And I'm thinking like it's a building by itself. I'm from Chicago, so I'm still not used to like everything being inside of hotels and casinos. So I'm like looking for the outside of the Aces game. And I'm like, well, arena. And I'm sitting here like, okay, maybe it's like inside the garage. Let me go back into the garage. So I go into this garage. I ended up in this super like secluded area that I didn't mean to walk to. Why the heck was Floyd Mayweather running past me with just one security guard with a wad of cash in his hand? And so I'm looking at him like, is that Floyd? Floyd. So I was like, hey, yo, Floyd, what's up, friend? He like stopped, looked me up and down, was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good. And then continued to sprint to his car. I don't know where he was going, but he was running so fast. And I'm sitting here just like, dude, you're still a celebrity. And even if you weren't, you're running with a wad of cash in your hand. It is Vegas. Anything and everything can happen. Well, I text my mama and I was like, well, I should have dropped kick Floyd and ran with the money. JK, didn't want to get beat up. I already got choked. Oh, I already choked him out and was afraid for my life. So shout out to my friend Floyd. It was a pleasure seeing you this past weekend. And hey, if you want to sponsor a young black kid in his radio show, I would definitely appreciate it because, you know, I choked you on accident, but that got both of us exposure. We now be friends. Now, you know how men do, we fight and now be friends. Right, Floyd? Right? Okay. I'll have your people call my people and then we'll meet up one other day. Anyway, I had an amazing weekend. Super shout out to everybody. And I'm grateful for all the opportunities that were granted to me. And so, yeah, that's my weekend. I really took that time to set the tone for y'all. Get y'all ready for a Monday show here with me, Jaime Dee, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM everywhere on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. On top of that, I got to interview Big X the Plug, who brought out Earl Spence Jr. Isn't that lit? And y'all know I love Dallas. So shout out, even though he lost. Even though he lost with technical knockout. Shout out to my home team, Dallas. Shout out to Earl Spence. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. Y'all did that. By the way, that was my first ever boxing match. And I got to throw myself under the bus, actually, because wow. I text David and was like, hey, yo, David, when does the game start? He responded back and was like, bruh, you mean the fight? You know what I meant. Y'all be know what I meant, but y'all be wanting to drag me for no reason. Anyway, again, this is the Jaime Dee Show. Make sure you guys stick around because I have the daily news coming up. And then later today, we're going to have a conversation about dating apps, the pros, the cons, what Jaime Dee has been through. Guys, this is a real live radio show. So don't go anywhere. Taking a quick break. I'll be right back.
Is your dog suffering from a sensitive stomach? Hi, it's Kelly the Cookie Lady from Mooch's Munchies. Our dogs had super sensitive tummies and I needed to find a low-fat treat that wouldn't give them gas or other issues. Most of the treats on the market were loaded with fillers, chemicals, and chicken fat. Many of them weren't even food. Well, I knew I could do better, so I developed Mooch's Munchies, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you. Stop by our store or our website, moochesmunchies.com, and find out why we say that Mooch's Munchies are totally pawsome.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
At AR Heating and Air Conditioning, our main goal is to provide high-quality service without breaking the bank. From maintaining your HVAC units to fixing them when they are down, they are there for you. AR Heating and Air Conditioning offer reasonable prices, reliability, and professional service at a great value. For more information, go to fixmyac.net or call 702-646-4000. Beat the heat and call AR Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Hey, shout out to Mark Hayes. Shout out to Mark, our general station manager, who's getting me turned right now. It's Monday. It's gloomy AF outside. It definitely is giving Monday vibes, but we're keeping it light, positive, and happy here on the Jaime Dee Show, which is live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. Yeah. All right, if you're just now tuning in, I already went over my weekend and how amazing it was to be at the Spence versus Crawford fight, walk the red carpet, meet the likes of people like Samantha, those working for AEG, seeing Floyd Mayweather again, and more. But now we're into the part of the show where I'm going to go over the daily news. Y'all, so much has happened this weekend, and I'm loving it. For those who are just now tuning in, when I started my show 2 months ago, it was hard getting news because like nothing was happening. Now it's so much happening, and it's really hard to get the news that I feel like y'all would enjoy. But I feel like I got it. So let's get into it. All right. We're going to talk about former President Donald Trump, because this was a mess. This was a mess. All right. So while at a campaign rally in Erie, Pennsylvania on Saturday night, July 30th, I wasn't even paying attention to this man, and I usually don't, to be honest. Former President Donald Trump got fired up and called President Joe Biden a dumb son of a beep while hosting a rally out at the Erie Insurance Arena, which is in a city that helped deliver a victory to Trump back in 2016. The former president not only brushed off all the indictments and felony charges that he's been hit with in the last year, but he turned the attention to Biden, his administration, and his quote-unquote crime family. Speaking to a crowd full of supporters about immigration and the current policies and border protection set in place, Trump said, quote, "We have somebody that's not at the top of his game, never was at the top of his game, never was. We have a guy who is a dumb son of a beep," end quote. Trump also ranted about immigration, claiming that people from mental institutions, insane asylums, and people from jails and prisons and terrorists are invading the United States. He added, quote, "All these people who are very ill, who are very sick people, these are mentally ill people. They have been emptied out," end quote. He also said that, quote, "Every dollar spent attacking me by Republicans is $1 giving straight to the Biden campaign if he makes it," end quote. I be so tired of y'all politicians. Y'all be doing the most. It's like a huge reality show. And my thing is, I feel as though I'm in a group chat that I cannot exit. Get me out of the group chat. I know I have to be, I have a duty as a radio personality to pay attention to everything that's going on in the world. And I also have a duty as an American citizen to know what's happening in politics and government. But it's like, oh my God, what are the rules, regulation, and term limits and all the other stuff that stops people like this from running for president and other positions of power? I'm over it. Anyway, take a listen to what Donald Trump had to say, because, man, this
countries, they're very street smart. They're very smart people. They know what they're doing. They're at the top of their game. We have somebody that's not at the top of his game, never was at the top of a game, never was. We have a guy who's a dumb son of a bitch, and to allow this to happen, our country. Every dollar spent attacking me by Republicans is a dollar given straight to the Biden campaign if he makes it. I don't know if he's going to make it. Who thinks he's going to be the candidate? So, ready? Are we going to be running against Joe Biden or somebody else? Okay. Who do you think? I mean, just out of curiosity. Okay, ready? Biden first. Are we going to be running against Biden? Are we going to be running against somebody else? Yeah, a lot of people feel that. See? $300,000 doing a poll. You ever see these pollsters?
Listen, y'all, I just don't understand why. Granted, I am very, very, very grateful that people like Donald Trump are outspoken, open, and honest with their speech about certain things. Certainly, you know that man a liar. But oh my God, please get rid of some of these people. Some people, and I just stuttered because I had to get this part together. Some people are like, oh no, we don't need people like this who say all these things. No. I'd rather have somebody who tells me they hate me, tells me I am dirty, tells me I am less than, tells me that I'm the N word with the hard ER, than have somebody lie about who they like, who they support, and so on. Because it allows me to move accordingly. So hear me out. I appreciate Trump for the rambunctious and extra person he is, because it allows me to know how to move forward with him. So I think a lot of people can learn from that. However, I understand, as somebody who has a master's in broadcast journalism, that he deals with shock tactics. He does things that are shocking to get people to support him, to get people to follow his lead, to get people to tune in. And it works, but it's also irritating. And I hate it. I hate it. Hate it. Hey, shout out to Andrea, aka Cookie from Live Play Bingo. If you guys don't know this, I am a live TV personality for Live Play Bingo every Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 2 p.m. PST, live in Los Angeles, California. She's a fan all the way from my TV show. Love to see it. All right, let's get into this news. It was supposed to be a fun-filled day at the Ride Playfield amusement park in New York, but things took a terrifying turn when a ride malfunctioned, sending guests spinning backwards for an agonizing 10 minutes. The incident, which was captured on TikTok and has since gone viral, left onlookers shocked and concerned as they watched helplessly while ride operators struggled to stop the chaotic motion. Eventually, maintenance crews were forced to disconnect the power to bring the ride to a halt. Hold on. What you mean forced? Y'all didn't think to do that originally? You don't just pull the plug or you know what? Anyway, thankfully, there were no reported injuries, but the incident has raised questions about the park's safety protocols and the need for stricter maintenance checks. The park's general manager has assured the public that they are working closely with the manufacturer to address the issue and ensure the safety of future guests. In the meantime, the ride remains closed until a solution is found. Ride Playfield is the first planned amusement park in the United States, having opened its doors in 1928. Wow, that's history. Over the years, it has provided countless memories and thrills for visitors of all ages. However, the recent situation has reminded people that even the most beloved and well-established parks can face unexpected challenges. That was reported by Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to my friend Jason Lee over there. Yeah, I mean, I love amusement parks. I love thrill rides. The only thing I can't do, and help me out, people that are on YouTube right now, what is that ride that goes straight up and then goes straight down? That thing, hate it. Hate those things. And apparently, in Dallas, Texas, I love my city, but sorry, I gotta talk about y'all. In Dallas, Texas, at Six Flags, people got stuck on that ride that goes up, and then like you're in the swing and it swings you around, but it's just as high as that thing that goes up and slams all the way down. So people in Dallas, Texas, were stuck on that ride where you're in a swing and you go straight up and you're swinging in the air. I would have literally lost my life from a panic attack. Hey, shout out to Juan. Shout out to my friend Juan. He said that's the Tower of Doom. Yeah, hate it. They can keep the tower. They can keep the doom. They can keep all of it. Hate it. But yeah, they were stuck in Dallas, Texas too. So I don't know. It's a bad time right now for amusement parks because a lot of people are getting stuck, and that's really scary. All right, let's get into this dumb stuff because right here, may this man rest in peace. But he, I roll. Let me keep it cute. A French man who was known for extreme sports is dead after falling off the 68th floor of Hong Kong residential. I'm not laughing, but you can just imagine the skin color. Remy Lucidi, 30, was climbing the Tree Gunter Tower complex when the man fell, according to the South China Morning Post. Lucidi, known online as Remy Enigma, was pronounced dead at the scene. According to Hong Kong officials, Lucidi arrived at the building around 6 p.m. and told the security guard that he was visiting a friend on the 40th floor. Again, you can just imagine the skin color. A security officer attempted to apprehend Lucidi after the alleged friend confirmed he was not acquainted with Lucidi. But by then, the stuntman had already secured an elevator. Security footage later glimpsed Lucidi arriving on the 49th floor and then again taking the stairs up to the top of the building. I just can't stop eye rolling. According to those in pursuit of Lucidi, they found the hatch leading to the roof open, but he was nowhere in sight. Police say the man was last seen alive at 7:38 p.m. when he tapped on the window of the complex's penthouse, prompting a maid to call the police. I know that maid was freaking the heck out. The source, which has not been identified, said that police believe Lucidi was trapped outside of the penthouse and was banging on the window for help before the unfortunate accident. Now, my condolences to him, my condolences to his family. That all really sucks. However, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Is that rude to say, y'all? Tell me on social media. Tell me right now on YouTube. Am I rude for saying that? I'm being real. I'm being real. And call in at 702-221-7283 if you think I'm being rude. But you play stupid games and you receive stupid prizes. What in the... All right, a neighbor has reached out to a black man named Anthony Gibson. Let me say that one more time. A neighbor has reached out to a black man named Anthony Gibson. So obviously, you know, this is about to go south real bad. Begging for his help in getting another neighbor her job back. The woman named Tanya happened to be a therapist at Sea Glass Therapy, but she was terminated from her position after a viral video surfaced of her harassing the black man, Gibson, while he was peacefully fishing. The video caught the attention of millions on social media, even me, leading to unforeseen circumstances for Tanya at her company. Oh, boo. Boo. Gibson expressed his reluctance and stated that he posts videos to create awareness rather than seeking them to go viral. He mentioned that he would consider the request, but would first pray about it in response to the neighbor's request. This incident sheds light on the power of social media in holding individuals accountable for their actions and the importance of raising awareness about social, racial discrimination, and harassment. The situation initially began when Gibson posted several TikTok videos showcasing the racial discrimination he faced while fishing at a lake in his own neighborhood. Tanya confronted Gibson in the video and engaged in harassing behavior towards him. And as a result of the viral video and subsequent backlash, she was fired from her job. Oh, poor Pookie Boo. This was as reported by the Hollywood Unlocked. Let's take a listen to these videos.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. You guys residents here?
Are we bothering anyone?
I just have to.
Don't touch anything.
Sorry? All right, well, this lake is presently for residents only. So, thank you for filming. I'm not giving you permission to film, so.
She's not.
Take a picture of your license plates and forward it on.
Hey, so y'all hear what I go through, right? This the third person. I'm in my own neighborhood, and a white person came and bothered me while I'm fishing. Another white person came and bothered me while I'm fishing. This is the third time. She's like, oh, no, I'm not giving you permission to film. This is my phone. I can film and do whatever I want. I study the law. I study the law. Thank you. I'm sorry. Hey, well, don't leave now. Do you want to say, hey, do you live here? Where you live? What's your address?
Where do you live? Where do you live?
This is unbelievable.
Where do you live? Why?
What's your name, by the way? Because at the next
Karen.
meeting, I'm definitely going to mention you.
Her name is Karen.
wait. Matter of fact, let me turn this phone around. Let me go ahead and get yours. And they called him.
Here's the police showing up. The
Like
first videos
again.
were Karen.
This is the third time. So look. I'm getting famous off this by now.
What's going on?
I live here, and they keep calling the police on me.
You got your ID?
Yeah. See, and every time you have your ID. Like literally the other time, 4 times, I have a whole page dedicated to this. And so here we go. Again, I live here and people don't think I live here because it's a nice neighborhood and they want to bother me and harass me. So they call the police all the time. Insane.
That was the third video, please. Now here's the neighbor asking to help out the other neighbor.
Come back, and this is simply an attempt to help one of our member neighbors. She's been fired from her job. She's been told to get her stuff out of the office and skedaddle. If there's anything we can collectively think of doing to post something, this is one request to post to not only her boss, but the media that you've accessed, and say something like, misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding, sir. You can go to hell. You and her. Tanya, Karen, whatever your name is, go to the deepest parts of HE double hockey stick. Absolutely not. It's a misunderstanding. Sir, ma'am, Mr. Sir, absolutely not. Mr. 3984 said, I would have asked her for her name and badge number. Oh, you don't have one? Well, why the hell are you talking to me? I know, right? Andrea says, people need to let others be. Like, dang. Miss Dupar says, I seen this all. She should have had thought of her actions and the consequences when she was bothering him. We want to be left alone. They love doing things like this, and we just have to tolerate it. Serves her right. Let me tell you this. Tanya, girl, you got cursed out playing with me. I'm in this new era of life where I don't have patience for people. Girl, you got plain cursed out. I would have made you feel so bad. I'm such a nice person. I am. But when you go through life and you are just always tested in every area, and you are just trying to find a piece of happiness as a Black individual or as a minority of any other demographic, and somebody comes and tries to step on your happiness, girl, you will receive all of this wrath. You sure will. You I remember I was out with David this past weekend. And we were talking to somebody, and y'all know, my friends know, that it's very hard for me to keep it's very hard to keep certain things in. I try my best to be very nice to people. And we were talking to somebody, and I just had to be like, you get on my nerves. Why David turned around was like, dang, why are you so spicy? I'm not spicy. I'm just not dealing with some people's ignorance. I just can't. I can't. To those police officers that showed up, I'm not a police officer. I don't know how the rules and regulations go. But something tells me that if you ask somebody what's going on and they tell you what's going on, you would think the next question wouldn't be, do you have ID? I am not somebody who goes against the rules and regulations, people in power, police officers. I cooperate. I do. But why am I giving you my ID? Why are you asking for my ID? You already knew coming up into this situation, you weren't going to believe a word that I said. You weren't even going to try to hear my story. So why ask me what's going on? To immediately ask for my ID versus getting down on my level, trying to listen to me, trying to hear me, trying to be a support system, and trying to get to the bottom of the situation. You instantly wanted my ID for what? Tell me if I'm wrong for saying that, y'all. I don't know how some people feel. I know some people are like, just cooperate. I'm not saying that I wouldn't cooperate, but I want to know, why do you want my ID if I just told you I'm here fishing? You're looking at me. Am I doing anything illegal? Am I smuggling fish from here to Canada? Do you see me putting little kids in the river? Do you see me doing anything illegal? So why are you bothering me? Why? Whew, I roll. And then to this man who had the audacity to say, sir, if you don't give me $1 million, you will not be getting not a Nan video saying this is a misunderstanding. And just like what my good African-American sir did, Mr. Anthony Gibson, you will get recorded, and I will be reporting this too. Because why? And Juan said, definitely not wrong. I bet he asked for ID to see if the address on the deed matches the area. And I got that from the jump. I get that. But why jump to that already? That already just shows that you didn't believe me. And then my thing is like, Why are you not saying the reason why you need my? That's why I said it. Why are you not saying the reason behind asking for my ID? You just want to see it? Tell me why. Tell me why. I really want to know. I hate people who are in places of power who don't explain the reasoning behind their actions. You want me to comply, but you're not telling me why I should be complying. I roll. All right, let's get into this. 2 Georgia Jimmy John's employees, absolutely not. Oh, I already know it's about to be some dumb BS. 2 Georgia Jimmy John's employees were fired from their jobs after a video that shows them spitting in food. Oh, I'm about to throw up. WALB spoke to 2 employees who still work there, and the employees revealed that the sandwiches that were being made that day was for them. Caitlin Phillips and Lainey Blanchard told WALB they were coming into work that day the video was taken. They said that they asked their coworkers to make them a sandwich before their shift, and that it was when the video was recorded. But they are not aware of what happened until weeks later. It's absolutely disgusting, Phillips said. It's embarrassing. I would never wish this on anybody that I don't like. They said the 2 girls possibly spit in their food because they had some issues with each other in the past. I was actually very, very disgusted, Blanchard said. I just never thought I'd see the day that she would do something that nasty. John Taylor, the owner of Jimmy John's, also released a statement and assured his customers that something like that will never happen again. We pride ourselves on how clean of a store we are, and the behavior of those 2 girls does not reflect whatsoever on our staff. You disgusting pieces of you guys are so lucky this is a live morning radio show and not a podcast. You guys are so lucky this is not a podcast, because the curse words I want to say right now are out of this world. How dare you? Ew. Some of y'all just, oh my God. Oh, and then y'all recorded it and put it on social. What is wrong with y'all? I'm sorry. Again, I don't condone violence, and I know you're about to say this is a contradiction, Jaime Dee. I will be dragging those girls. They would have to see me after my shift. They would have to see me outside. They would have to see me. If you spit in my food and I found out and I ate your spit, the level of disrespect, catch me outside. Tell me if y'all agree or not. Catch me outside. Am I the only person who feels that way? Let me know in the comments down below. Catch me outside. All right, y'all. So in some Las Vegas news, remember how last week I told you about a woman who was found dead in her apartment with her roommate? Well, come to find out, according to Fox 5 News, Las Vegas police said the suspect lived with his dead female roommate in her closet for 2 months before she was discovered. George Anthony Boone faces a murder charge in the death of Beverly Ma, according to police records and an arrest report. Police discovered Ma's body after her family located her in a home on Railroad River Avenue on July 26th. Wow. Y'all, please check in on your friends and family. You never know what someone is going through. People love to say, oh yeah, I see them on social media. They're commenting. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know the lives people are living behind closed doors. Check in on your family and friends. Talk to them. I don't know why some of y'all go days, weeks, months without talking to your family and friends. That's weird to me. I understand that some of y'all are introverts. I understand that some of y'all don't like being on your phones. I understand some of y'all need space. Some of y'all go way too long without checking in on your family and friends. This situation probably could have been prevented. She probably could have sought help. She probably could have been found sooner. But some of y'all just don't be reaching out to y'all friends and family. And when y'all friends and family be reaching out to y'all don't be responding. Y'all be too busy. This is your hint. This is me saying, reach out to people. Get over whatever fight y'all had. Let go any malice. Let go of any grudges. Reach out to your friends and family. Please. You never know what people are going through. You never know how they could use your help. All right, guys, this is the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. Make sure y'all stick around because I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of dating apps. And I want to get into this. You guys can call in at 702-221-7283 if you guys want to be a part of the conversation. All right, stick around. It's Jaime Dee Show. I'll be right back.
Vegas has Italian Ice. Philly Freeze Me Italian Ice, also known as water ice, is 100% authentic Italian ice made with authentic recipes and fresh ingredients. Philly Freeze Me is also vegan. Try a single flavor or mix it up and taste test multiple flavors like watermelon and cotton candy or strawberry lemonade and mango. It can be adult friendly with alcohol infused flavors. 2 area locations open until 8 p.m. every day. Follow Philly Freeze Me on social media at Philly Freeze Me or online at phillyfreezeme.com.
Attention Medicare members. Hi, I'm Margaret Pitcher with Light Owl Insurance. I'm a licensed agent in Las Vegas. Make an appointment by calling 725-249-4994. While I do not offer every plan available in your area, any information I provide is limited to those plans. Please contact Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get more information on all of your options. GTY users, call 1-877-486-248-2048. My goal is to ensure that all of your healthcare needs are met. Call me for an appointment at 725-249-4994. That number again is 725-249-4994.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. If you guys are just now tuning in, I already went over my weekend. I went over the daily news, and now we're going to have a conversation about dating apps, the pros, the cons, and so on and so forth. Call in at 702-221-7283 to get your opinions heard. Let's discuss. So let's talk about the pros real quick. You get to see more people at once. You don't have to go out and meet people. You get to skip the awkwardness of having to meet people face to face. You get to ask all of your compatibility questions up front before wasting time and money on dates. You can block someone instantly who you don't vibe with. You get to see who matches with you, and that will show you if they're interested in you as well. You get to talk to multiple people at once without feeling bad because that's the point of the app. You somewhat know what you're getting yourself into when communicating with somebody because of their bio and their pictures. Those are some pros that I came up with because I've been on some dating apps, all right? Now, the cons are, they're a little bit longer. You never know anyone's attention. People usually don't respond. People don't take dating apps seriously. Most people are on dating apps for sex. People hide behind their phones and say whatever they want without remorse. People lie a lot in their bios and stats. You can be catfished. Some people will use dating apps to rack up matches just to feed their own ego. People judge those who are using dating apps because they feel like they're weird and don't want to go out and communicate with people. People also become so comfortable using dating apps that it eliminates the point of dating. It's hard to get people off the dating apps and into the real world. And we just found out recently that more than 60% of people on dating apps are already in relationships. Oh. All right, real quick, because I want to make time for this person who's calling in right now, 702-221-7283, live on this radio show. Hey, we have David, right? David, what's up, man? Welcome into the Jaime Dee Show.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. This is my first time listening and calling, but I'm having a good time, man.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. Thank you.
So I had a comment, I guess. I don't know how far this will go in the conversation, but I've always had troubles with dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
It's the representation. I'm not good at representing myself online in general.
Mm.
For example, I'm a good looking guy. Like I'm a 9'10" in person. I can dress. I'm tall.
Okay.
I'm 6'5", but I literally would get. I've never been on a dating app ever.
Mm-hmm.
Girls would say, "I don't date short guys." I look so different online than I do in person, and it's just such a struggle. I just gave up.
Okay.
But
So
I just wanted to comment, and I don't know if you were giving tips or anything.
I got you. So
that's
David,
my huge struggle.
I definitely understand that there's a lot of men out there who don't know how to use social media and don't know how to promote themselves in the best light. My best advice to you is to get with a girl space friend. Like if you have a friend that's a girl or somebody you know who's good at social media, ask them for advice. Because one thing I could tell you, and I say this to a lot of people, pictures say 1,000 words, but they also hide 1,000 more. I'm gonna say it again. Pictures say 1,000 words, but they also hide 1,000 more. And one thing I can definitely tell you is when I'm on dating apps and I'm like, "Ooh, this person is fine," and then I see them in person, they're like, "Ooh, they just knew their angles. They are not cute," or vice versa. Like, they weren't really that cute, but I'm also low key bored. Let me give them a chance. And I meet them in person. I'm like, "Oh, you low key cute." So I would just say, one, find your angles. Two, don't be afraid to just go out there. Just go out there because you never know how, again, you may not be able to represent yourself via pictures that well, but somebody may see that spark and the light within you and your beauty behind that picture and still want to see you in person and be very, very amazed and shocked about how good you look. Also, I mean, the exact same way you just called into my radio show and gave your stats, that's the exact same thing you should be doing on your social media apps. Putting those things, 6'5", what relationship you're in, whether you're single, married, divorced, whatever that may be, separated. Putting, if you want, hey, I do this for work. You don't have to tell us exactly where you work, but like I work in marketing. I live in such and such. And then I think the best part about dating apps is, again, you could do whatever you want, but I think what would attract people the most is if you plainly state your intentions. I always say this all the time: walk in the space you see yourself in. So if you're looking to just hook up, say that. If you're looking to be in a relationship, say that. Now, regardless of what you say, you're going to attract people who don't give a crap. But you'll be able to weed through those unnecessary matches and people who actually read, who are looking for the same thing you want, or who are not looking for the same thing you want. Does that make sense? You still there, David?
Many good people.
There we go.
Info out of that.
Say it again.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Much good stuff out of that.
Say it again.
Sorry. I'm just saying that was really good. I got so much good information out there. I never thought to ask a female friend of mine, because it's embarrassing, I guess, to think of it that way.
Mm-hmm.
To go, hey, I need help looking good for girls or whatever that. It's a little embarrassing, but I can see the benefit of it. So
it's embarrassing, David, when you're asking the wrong person. I know for a fact that when you are talking, for example, if you call me, I'd be like, "Oh, David, I got you, bro." If you called somebody else who probably isn't close to you, that makes sense. So I get it, David. But what I'll tell you this is, don't ever be afraid to walk in the space you see yourself in and get things out of life that you want, because the only person you have to truly answer to is you. You're the only person who's going to be able to deal with yourself at night. I know if you're like me, man, I get lonely. And I've used dating apps. I've had a lot of horrible things happen on dating apps, but I've actually met a lot of great people on dating apps. And actually, I've met friends. So, hey, I definitely implore you and challenge you to go out there and just be you. David, thank you so much for calling in, man. I really appreciate that. I love when you guys support the Jaime Dee Show. It is absolutely a blessing when you guys call in, comment live on the YouTube, pay attention, and more. So thank you all so much. Today's been a great day. It may be gloomy outside, but it's bright and sunny right here in the radio show, radio station, and studio, because I'm here. I'm living my dream, and I'm able to express all these amazing things with you all who are now a part of my friends and family collection. Thank you, guys. I love you all. Hey, this has been the Jaime Dee Show, which is live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. Also, I'm live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. For those who are tuning in live right now, make sure to subscribe. Press the subscribe button and like. That really helps support me and my business. As well, if you want to promote your business or whatever you have going on this real live morning radio show, hit me up. We get a lot of exposure. One thing about KSHP is we have die-hard fans, and they go ham. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you ask for help, and make sure you get that promotion, y'all. Again, this is the Jaime Dee Show. I love y'all so much. Stick around because, again, Monday through Friday, you never know who I've got pulling up. See you tomorrow. What's up, everybody? You were just tuned into the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. If you aren't in the Las Vegas area, you can catch my show live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. If you want to advertise your business on my show, email us at info@jaimedee.com. Thank you all so much for your support. See you tomorrow.